Hey everybody, this is William from the Godzilla Files coming at you today with another video. And this time I'm doing something a little different. The other day, or I should not say the other day, a few weeks back, I actually kind of showed off one of my Trendmaster figures. And a few other people have asked me about if I had any more, or, if I can do kind of like a little short video on that. So, yeah. I have found some of my old Trendmaster figures, so I'm going to kind of go through that. I also found probably my oldest Trendmaster figure. Not in the best condition, but I think you'll get a kick out of him for a couple of different reasons. But yeah, so let's get started and let me go through some of these. Alright, so first up is Mechagodzilla from the Heisei movie, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. I'm going to say this. Some of the Trendmaster figures do take liberties, but overall, I felt, looking at this Mechagodzilla, this is a really good version. The X Plus figure is going to be coming out soon, so I'm really excited for that. I'm sure it's going to look something very similar to this. But yeah, overall, love it. Especially for a kid growing up, it was hard to get Godzilla toys. So he definitely made a perfect addition, and Trendmaster definitely did a really great job on him. I felt, doesn't silver looks good and pretty much everywhere. I feel like at some point this guy could have roared, I guess maybe, or made some sort of sound. You could even see here in his belly, might have been something there, but I don't know. He's never done anything for me, and there's no real button to press. At least it doesn't look like it. Oh wait. No, nothing. So, alright, next up, I have Mecha Ghidorah. This guy's pretty cool looking. As you'll see, I do also have a Ghidorah. You'll kind of see that it's pretty similar. Pretty much what they just did was change the body up a little bit, recast some of the stuff. My one really big complaint is the tail. I really wish they had colored this a different color. I feel like they just probably got a little lazy with it and just said, F it. But, I love the details on its head, on each of its heads, I should say. It definitely, again, if you look at this is Mecha Ghidorah. And, that's probably the most important thing. Especially as a kid, like I said, very hard to get Godzilla toys in America. So this was definitely another great figure. Here we go, Godzilla himself. I've had this figure for a very long time. I like him. I think it's kind of like a hybrid of what you saw at the Heisei series. I really do feel that pretty much every figure is based off that to some extent, if they were in it, I should say. But yeah, I thought this kind of melded really nicely together. Tail's pretty long too. Not as big of a shelf hog as other Godzilla figures can be. Plates here, everything, everything looks good. And again, he matches pretty well with someone like this. So, it's a perfect, sort of balance here. But I will say Godzilla looks really threatening. But as a kid, I really did like that. His red eyes, I don't think he's ever had red eyes. He might have had orange eyes when he was burning and breaking down, but, no, never red. King Ghidorah, pretty much the same design as Mecha. The wings are a little bit different, I think maybe even a little bit smaller. But again, design's pretty much the same all the way around. He looks maybe even a little bit skinnier. But definitely like it. All three heads look pretty much the same. No real difference between any of them. But they don't need to be. So, and this was definitely based off of the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah film from the Heisei series. So now I have Gigan, my favorite, but I also have another one, Gigan again. Now, as you can see, there's really no difference between the two. But I am going to talk about this one though, because there is one slight difference. Let me just put this guy down. This red button here makes a sound. So I can't believe this thing still works after so long. In my Gigan collection, I kind of talked about how the fact is I couldn't find him, and I really wanted to show him off. And my little brother and sister kind of told me that, oh, he's here, and they were right, they had him. So really beat up, obviously, and I'll look at, I'll show you the other figure in a little bit because that one's a little bit cleaner. But yeah, definitely love the fact that he roars. So let me just click it one more time. So yeah, great. Just love him. Alright, so here is the Gigan figure. This one does not roar. Overall, great design to him. They like with every Trendmaster, they do take a little liberties. I've never seen blue like this before. But, I'm really happy with these figures looking back at them, mostly because of the fact that, they really do, who they're supposed to be. You can really tell. If I show this to someone that knows Godzilla, knows his enemies, they'll know this is Gigan. And that's really the most important thing. Growing up with these, I played with them all the time, and I felt that, these figures, yeah, maybe nowadays, while we have X Plus and Bandai is much more available, these guys might not look as good, but I do think it's important that we all realize this is where probably most of us started with with these figures, with these guys, and I really do think it's important to look back on them and really look at them for what they were. These were the only Godzilla toys in the United States for the most of my childhood. So, they'll always hold, a little special place in my heart. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking over these figures. Let me know if you had any Trendmasters. I'm always excited to hear about what other people had when they were growing up. So just leave it in the comments below, and I'll see everyone soon.